Hi everybody, it's me. Welcome to my channel. I'm Manda. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. There's a notifications bell down at the corner that will let you know as to when I'm going live. I don't know if you can see her. Can you say hello? No, out in the kitchen. Just say hello from there. And that is Rowan, who will probably be watching the whole time as well. Megan, hey, I'm making crust-free pumpkin pie at the moment because I figured that was a canned vegetable that wasn't gross. Right? Today I've decided, hey Maddie, hi Sylvan. I've decided from now on, I'm going to call it making a mess in the kitchen because no matter what I make, I have a clean kitchen, but I have a very small kitchen. So I think a lot of people can really understand that no matter what you do, it just ends up looking like a big mess in the kitchen, but it turns out delicious. So first things first, coffee. Fresh brewed coffee is so important. Hi, Sandy, Q family. Yes, I am. And I'm going to be making, I love granola, okay? I am a huge granola fan, but granola is very expensive. And so I like making my own. And so today I am going to share with you, I'm out. So I'm going to share with you how I make big batch of granola and a surprise yummy treat at the end that I do after I make granola a lot of times. So first things first, got our fresh coffee here, bam. I've heated the oven up to about 250, little above. I don't like keeping it at like 250 is a good temp for this. Cooks it in a good amount of time. I have a cookie sheet here with what is Silpat. Helps it so it doesn't stick. And we're going to start putting this together. I have put in this bowl about a cup and a half of flour and a tablespoon of, teaspoon of salt and baking powder and sifted that. So that's there. This right here is a cup and a half of butter. And so what we're going to do first is we are going to mix our sugar or our sweetener in our butter. So I am going to get a measuring cup. Okay. This is a quarter cup, and I am, just understand, I'm not usually one to measure stuff, so I'm trying to do this so that, like, if you want to follow along or you want to make some, that you kind of know a roundabout of what that is. Karen, what did I say my drink was? It is coffee with a little bit of sugar. Hi, Subdue Light. Okay, so we got right here a quarter cup of brown sugar, and I'm actually just a little over a quarter cup. So this is about an eighth. So a quarter and an eighth, you can do the math. Okay. I do like the brown sugar in there because what it does is it kind of gives it a little bit of a cookie caramely taste. Like it's a different kind of taste, better than regular sugar. But I do add honey. Now, I'm just going, okay, I'm going to do this the right way. And I'm going to pour it into this. Oh, it's so much easier just pouring it. Okay, this is kind of a big bottle. Yeah. Definitely making a mess in the kitchen. That's like the best. Okay, so we got about a quarter cup of honey. Okay, I'm going to pour that in there, but understand I'm going to add about another quarter cup. So you're going to be adding about half a cup of honey. So we're going to, that's good. That's a good amount of honey. And if you don't want, you don't have to add sweetener at all. I mean, I do like my granola a little sweet. And I'm not sure how you would make it without the sugar, so you'd have to figure that out too. But I'm sure you could do it. You could add like monk fruit or stevia even. Like, get creative. That's what I love doing. And I thought I had left the butter out enough to where it was completely soft, but it looks like it's not. I'm going to have to mix it a little bit. What are we making today to complement the kneaded coffee? Granola. And then at the end, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show everybody kind of what I do. When I make a big batch of granola, what I like to do is I like to have on hand a bag of frozen fruit. And today I have a bag of frozen peaches that was gotten at the food bank. And so I'm going to put that in a pie pan. And then I am going to put some granola over the top. It works really great as a topper. And then you just have a quick, peach crisp or peach cobbler. Let's see. Oh, I get flour all over me. It's a given. I tried to do the flour before I started, and no lie, there is flour on the floor. I tried to wipe. I was wearing something light colored because I figured I wore light colored jeans and a light colored top because I figured, I'm a mess maker in the kitchen. It is, but that's part of the fun of it too, though. I mean, it's the same thing as like when I'm painting, I get so caught up in really just the joy of what I'm doing that, it's nice because the thing is when if I was focused on my clothing or I was focused, I need to be focused on what I'm enjoying and what I'm loving and what I'm doing, which is a hard thing for me because honestly, that is why I wear a lot of casual clothing that can be stained easily and I can, non-expensive because I get caught up and I love getting caught up in the things that I enjoy. And if I had to worry consistently about my looks, it would be, that'd be exhausting. I mean, I did do my hair, curled it, put some makeup on, but not an inordinate amount of time. But I do like, getting a little done up, evening out the complexion, all that. Okay, I think that's good. Let's see. Sounds good. I was just going to say getting paint everywhere. Yes, absolutely. It's a thing. But luckily, I do acrylic and I have a carpet shampooer, which has come so in handy. So in handy. Okay, we're just gonna, and now I'm going to switch to a fork. I'm gonna throw those over here. And that's for when I add the flour. Let's see here. Actually, I think I'm just gonna start adding that now. And it's already sifted. You do want your flour in this flour, salt, and the baking soda is what I added. I'm sorry. Hey Sheila, love you. I am making granola and I'm making a big batch. And at the end, I am going to just kind of show everybody what I do to, it's a beautiful, gorgeous, I'm going to actually show you guys. I don't know if you can see, but door is like wide open and it is a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous day out. So I am just enjoying this day and making myself some yummies. And I absolutely love granola. Okay, now I don't know if a lot of people add egg, but I do add egg to mine. Just one. Get it in there. But I've made it with and without egg. You don't necessarily need it. I do because when it comes together, I like having kind of a little of a cookie texture to it. It's kind of nice. So we're just going to get that mixed up. Add the rest of our flour here. And then we're going to add all of the yummy stuff. I should probably, okay, guys, I made a mistake. I am going to do it this way and put it in the bigger bowl because I'm going to be adding things to it. You can see that I practice. I'm kidding. Okay, there we go. Got it in the bigger bowl. Let's see, Sheila. I may need a pineapple upside down. Oh, yeah, right? I would say I wish I was there, but it's cold where you are. And it is absolutely gorgeous. We finally have spring, and I am just so excited. And I thought about doing a thing on Instagram about like picture or photographs, to kind of do like a little photography vlog because the view outside my window changes all the time. And it's really cool and really beautiful. And I'm grateful. And I'm so thankful. This right here is my joy. To be able to do this right here is amazing to me and fills me with so much joy and thankfulness. So we're going to put this over here. Okay, so we got that all mixed up. Now we're going to go to the yummy stuff. What I have here, let's see if I can show you here. Okay, I have, okay, I have almonds, Brazil nuts, and walnuts. And I like putting a lot in. I'm kind of down to the end of my nuts. So we're just gonna, okay, guys, I am going to pay attention to this real quick and then I'll address questions because otherwise I don't want to hurt myself and I do have to pay attention. So maybe I should chop these things beforehand. I don't know. So just give me a second while I try not to chop up any appendages. And really, honestly, this is also a real matter of preference. I like a mix. I like finely chopped and I don't like real chunky. I do like, I'm gonna, to where you can pick it up off the knife, like right there. Like just kind of a rough fine chop. And as you do it more and more, you'll get some dust and stuff in there, which makes it absolutely yummy, which is awesome. So you just kind of, as you go, move it down. Okay, these almonds. Okay, not even gonna lie, I should have chopped the almonds beforehand because I'm trying to do this quickly. And yeah, I think you guys understand that, I've already got ahead of myself several times today and burnt myself. So trying not to have any accidents happen. Walnuts are much easier to chop. So we'll just, and as you go, just dump them in there as you chop them. Let me read a couple comments here. It's crazy weather here. We had a week of 55, 60 hours. Yeah, I can imagine. It was really hot this weekend in the UK. Today a lot cooler. Not much nicer to sleep and wake up. We're like it is like beautiful. I can't even. It's, I like a nice light sweatshirt, nice light jean weather. I have my balcony door wide open. It's perfect weather. I mean, I could do probably, 70, 75. I do like it a little warmer, but it's gorgeous. And the birds, and one of my neighbors was feeding gulls the other day, throwing seeds out to them. I was like, oh, you're going to regret that here in a minute. Gulls can get real aggressive. strong. Happy after Easter, Erin. Hi, SJ. Oh, so many of you here. It's wonderful. Oh, it will. It will. The good will overcome. You know, that's the thing, is there is a balance. There is a balance to things. And even though sometimes really bad and horrific things are happening, there are also in tandem very wonderful good things happening. And so, and it's difficult, especially, you know, the thing is I work in a field where it is preparing for worst case scenario all the time, all the time, all the time. So you're constantly focused on this, oh my gosh, worst case scenario. And sometimes I have to literally take myself away from that work and say, no more, I can't anymore, and focus on all the great and beautiful things that are happening. And it doesn't mean that I stopped caring or that any of that. It just means that I have to find that balance, that center, that place where I can still be effective, but have a good quality of life myself. And I think that's really, you know, I've said that numerous times. Quality of life is such a big deal. And I was telling my friend Liz that too, when we were talking about like rice and beans and what, you know, to order. And I said, you know, you got to make sure you have sauces, you know, mixes, things like that, because, you know, you want to be happy, you know, and be able to find joy as well in the life. So if you can afford, you know, spices and things like that are important. You know, there's little things in our lives that provide a good quality of life. For example, having a kitchen, having a cutting board, having electricity, not having fridge dirt up in my stuff. Like, how to be thankful. And these are taking forever to chop. I just like putting tons of good stuff in there, tons of nuts, because, okay, when I had my last brain injury, one of the things that I realized was really important, because I'd already, you know, had fibro and a bunch of other issues, is diet. And one of the huge brain foods is nuts. And so that was something that I can stomach. I could, even when my stomach was really upset and I wasn't doing well and I had no desire to eat, I could eat that. I could pop a few in my mouth and be okay with that. And so I still really focus on I do have an issue with really liking sweets. So I try to just, when I do make something sweet, I try to put some healthy stuff in there so that, you know, I'm balancing. Man, these almonds are giving me one heck of a time. But almost done. I'm going to address some comments real quick. Hi, Roxy. Hi, Auntie. It's happy to see it. So it is. The Pacific Northwest is so pretty. Rowan's outside pouting. Save you some food, please, right? Indiana has all the green leaves coming out. It smells of spring smell. That smell, that spring smell. I'm glad you brought that up. That is exactly it right there. That smell of just freshness and everything starting. My azaleas out on my deck. I have an outdoor garden. And my azaleas are starting to bloom, and my hydrangeas came back, and my lavender is starting to bloom. And I got onions, and I just planted snap peas today. And as soon as I find what I did with the seeds from last year, I will have my vertical garden growing too, which will be in the next day, because I'm pretty sure I shoved them in a bag. but I'm very excited. And I think that's one thing too, that, you know, anytime there's a trauma, I just realize how beautiful it is to really be alive, and be healthy and be in a safe situation. Okay. I need to work on my knife, working skills. Okay, there we go. Nuts are all chopped. Yay! And throw all those in there. And then I also have coconut. I'm going to add, I love coconut, so I'm going to add probably a good cup in there. And then I have some pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to throw some of those in there. We're just going to, that was about a cup. Okay, so we're going to throw that in there. And I do myself really like chocolate. And so Sandy had sent these wonderful little Dove chocolates. And so I am going to, and they're really smooth. And so I am going to do just a rough chop on some of these and throw that in there because yummy. Oh, I almost forgot. I was going through my list. I almost forgot. Okay, here, oatmeal. Now this is just, these are just quick oats. So I'm going to just throw in about half a cup. Now these are steel cut organic oats, and I do like these. And see, I'm going to let you look. They're like a real fine grain. And so I'm only going to put probably about a quarter cup to half a cup in there of those. But I do like that. Okay, back to the chocolate. Let's see. Erin, everything you're saying is so true. Gratitude goes a long way. It does. The thing with gratitude is, though, it's really one thing I noticed when I was displaced is that I used to get, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all sorts of things, but it was really hard when people would want me to be like, well, you should be grateful for this. That is the quickest way to get me to not want to be grateful for something, is to have somebody tell me that's what I should be grateful for. And I see it, and so now I'm just kind of like, I want, gratitude and finding thankfulness and quality in your life is such a personal matter. Like, for example, under the bridge, I love birds. Birds singing brings me so much peace and joy and calm. And so being in an area where it was out of the way in the jungle, with tons of, natural elements and birds was really important. But some people couldn't live like that. That wasn't calming to them. It didn't feel good. They didn't want to be in that situation. And so, they were absolutely not grateful for the birds singing. And even though I personally was like, how could you not be? It's so personal. And I am a person that I'm just always looking for something pretty to be happy about. Like there's so much I got to do that is not fun, especially when you're fighting for human rights. Arguing about human rights is difficult, and so there's a lot that you just got to focus on the beauty of. Okay, so I'm going to just do a rough chop. And the reason I really like, I don't have chocolate chips right now, but I really do like using more candy like this, is because, especially like with these, it's really smooth and it tastes really good in there. Just gonna, but you can use like anything, like chop up, dried fruits. I sometimes will chop up different kinds of fruits and dry them out and put them in as well. But we're going a little easy today. Pick the other one. Be all good. Let's see. It would be easier to put the nuts in the Ziploc bag and chop them with the meat tenderizer. It definitely would. I should have thought of something like that, but I did not, and they are done. So let's see here. Okay, wonderful. Put all that chocolate in there. And here's where it gets messy. You just mix it up. Almost like you would with a meatloaf or anything else. Not if, definitely if you are cooking for groups and not yourself, put gloves on and, PPE and all that. But this is for us, and nobody down below me cares if my hands have gone up in the food as long as it's baked. Okay, this is looking great. Yeah. This is gonna be yummy. Okay. I'm gonna move this over so you guys can see. It's like a real thick cookie dough, but you wouldn't want to make cookies out of it because, of course, they would kind of be dry and crumbly. So I'm going to spread this on the sheet and show you guys here. Dun, dun. Okay, so you just take a handful out. Okay, hold on. And really, all I'm doing is I'm taking it out and I am spreading it around with my fingers so that it's just kind of covering the whole thing. Okay. All right, I'm gonna rinse off my hands. And I wouldn't recommend, on this one, I'm not going to be like, because a lot of times when I'm making stuff, I will definitely lick my fingers and stuff. But this has egg in it, so we're just not going to do that. So I'm going to show you what it looks like kind of spread out, if you can see the bam. And we're going to throw that in at 250. Okay. I'm going to address some comments here. Okay. Let's see. You should try Indian food. Oh, I like Indian food. I like trying I really like just trying different things. I am pretty set on things I do know I do not like, but Aaron, as a brain injury survivor, I feel the same way. The birds and squirrels make me happy to watch. I could feed. I know. It's something about it will calm me. Nature just, looking out, being in that just makes me. There's something about it that calms me and calms my nerves and calms my head and calms all of it. Let's see. Have you found any yeast? I'm on the lookout for as well. I haven't been able to find any yeast yet. And I was pretty upset that mine went bad, but what can you do? There are, I do have potatoes though. And so, I can make like potato bread and stuff and it won't need any. One memory, a year back or so, where I walked through a wooded path area, pollen felt like it was snowing all through the area. That is beautiful. Granola's gonna be so good. Did you have seconds of crepes? Yes, I did. I ate way too much of that. That was absolutely delicious. However, I did forget the cayenne, and I had to add that afterwards because that is what makes it that beautiful Mexican mocha, is that little kick of spice on it. So I did forget that. So I added a little bit and it was yummy. Morning doves, love the sound of those birds. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I actually put another red wash through it. Yeah, I as with many people, I am struggling with just keeping my hair on a normal level. But I received a curling iron that is a smaller width, so I'm able to curl my hair, and that makes me feel better. So I think it's more of a self care thing, you know. As long as I'm able to just do a little self care, I'm feeling better. Let's see. So this is going to take a minute. So I'm going to show you guys what to do with the other. I'm going to go under here and I'm going to grab a pie plate. And here's the cool thing about this, okay, guys, is you don't need to have you can just use the regular granola that you make and just sprinkle it on top and it absolutely comes out delicious. So I'm going to grab here these sliced peaches. Cut the top of that. Nothing like a pandemic to get you to quit biting the stuff to tear it open. Like, for real. So pretty much just set those in there. Take a fork, break it open. Well, these might have to defrost just a minute. I actually might just pop those in the oven and get those to defrost for a second. And really, it's really simple. You just spread out your fruit, whether that be blackberries, peaches, whatever it is, and you take your granola, you put it on top, and you pop it in until it's, you know, it comes in nice and thick. Depending on the fruit you use, though, you may want to coat your fruit in. The peaches are good. The granola tends to soak up a lot of that. But depending on if your fruit has a lot of high water content, you may want to like dip it in like some sugar cornstarch. Let's see. You should watch and react to Bollywood songs and Indian food. This will be a life-changing experience for you. Just try it. I'm sure at some point right now I am doing everything I can to just keep my mind busy with what I'm doing. My coffee is cold, so I'm going to pop that in. I will be right back. While I'm doing that, how have you guys been dealing with all of this? Are you guys okay? Like, how is your area? How are people feeling? How are you doing? Has it affected you personally? Let's talk. Ooh. Hey, I balled these up and I didn't even realize. I had some raspberries last week by chance and I forgot. Oh, yummy. It's almost blackberry season here and we have blackberry bushes all along where I live. So I am going to go and collect all the blackberries. Oh, these have like little messages on them and I just balled them up. Oh, something spring into spring. Yes, let's hug the sunlight. I wish. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that the one thing that I'm seeing too though is get me. I really would love to be out like picking violets and stuff because this year was like I had like on my little mental list. I really like collecting flowers, fruit, things like that to make into other things. And this year I wanted to try violet jelly, um, but haven't been able to do that yet. I have faith I will though. Let's see. We're doing okay. Like you, thankful for a patio to go outside and enjoy the outdoors. Miss traveling, see my kids, but thankful they were safe. Same. I was really, yeah, no, yeah. That's one thing with kids that live far away. It's like a constant, just like, please. I was looking through, I told my daughter I was looking through pictures and I came across the first picture taken of her by a nurse actually with a Polaroid. And it was me lifting the ventilator off of her to get a picture because her lungs weren't developed. And it was, I just was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, nah, everything's okay. She is a smart, intelligent young woman who knows what to do and everybody's safe. So yeah, we did. And that it sucks. But then there's something to look forward to. Like I told my daughter, I was like, maybe it'll just be better when it's warm because we want to take that trip over to the rainforest, the home rainforest, and like Olympic National Park up in there and take a trip. So I think maybe, having warmer weather might be better. Everything works out. It works out. And I just believe that things work out the way that they will work out and that's the way that it's meant to be and roll with it. Like it's meant to teach me something. Hi, Lusai. Let's see if those peaches are defrosted at all. Looks like they're coming along a little bit. Ew, I got peach goo in it. All right, there we go. They're breaking apart now. And for this, you don't, because you're just spreading it on top. I mean, you could do it, actually, you could do a layer on the bottom too. That would be really yummy. But because I'm just doing it on top, you don't need to grease it or do any of that. Just leave it. Okay. Look who is very interested. You don't even like that. I can't give you peaches. You can't have peaches. No. No peaches for you. No peaches for you. And then we're just gonna put some of this over it. You wanna make sure to cover the top. Okay. And we're just gonna see, you just cover the top like that. All right. Just like you would with any other crisp. Pop it in. That'll be done here in just a little bit. And then you grab one of these things because these are super important in our household. This is just a little turkey bit. And then we say, what are you supposed to do? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. You a good girl? Yes. I love. She likes taking part in cooking too. Um, let's see. Well, here in Hawaii, we're on restriction 2. The beaches and parks are closed, but this is great to see that nature is being able to. I see that too. I see that too. And I think that, us taking a time out was needed. And whether you believe in Mother Earth or not, and she put the smack down. um, Subdue light. I think I'm going slightly crazy, but it's okay. I'm kind of crazy normally, right? I felt that for a minute, but then I realized that I was only kind of slightly going crazy because I had somebody else who was having a lot of drama in my space. Honestly, this is the only thing that's really different is that some of my goals, like vehicle hiking, things like that, have been put off. But other than that, I'm safe. I'm okay. I'm okay. And I'm I have a beautiful patio with a great view and a nice little place. And I put this big heart on. I took my fairy lights from Christmas and I put push pins in it of this big heart on my bedroom wall. Just to remind me, I'm loved, I'm safe, and that's like the best thing ever. What's going on is going on, and it's going to, do that, and I can, do my best to fight for others and do what I can, but I'm okay, and that's a beautiful thing. Um, oh, I know she does that all the time. She always wants a taste. It's even when she knows that she's not going to like it. And then she'll do this thing where she'll take it and she'll just gently set it down and look at me. I'm like, she can be a jerk, but whatever. I love her. Isn't she great? All the treats in the world. I know. This is her little stash of treats. We've got dentist sticks. We've got some beef sticks. I have some little turkey bits here. Um, that's Rowan didn't have it easy, and I want to make sure that she has the absolute best life that I could possibly give her and all the love. As a matter of fact, apparently there's peach stuff on there. I wanted to say thank you so much. Joni A sent a patch of doggy grass, and Rowan absolutely loves that. It's like her little patch of grass out on the balcony. And somebody today sent dog food and some shampoo, and I want to thank you so very, very much for that. That stuff is so appreciated, truly. Um, let's see. It's a great time to stop and appreciate each other. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you too, Erin. I appreciate all you guys. It's been quite the journey, and for those of you that have been there with me through it, and given me love and supported me and sent beautiful messages of hi and you matter, and I can't even express how absolutely wonderful it is to know too that as I grow, I can come on here and I can be myself. Like, I'm accepted for me, all of me, even the jerky parts of me. you know. And for those of you that follow me on Facebook, sometimes I'm a jerk. But there's so many sides to all of us, and for those of you that are on this journey, thank you, and thank you for sharing your journey with me. I appreciate that. Let's see, when I was a kid, our lab kept me, so I saved her my last piece of chicken. They sniffed it and walked out. Isn't that the truth, though? Oh, that sounds like Rowan. She's got some squeaky toy she's got right now. She's decided that she gave up and was going to go play. I am going to check on this granola now. Oh, yeah, it's looking yummy. Okay. So you want to kind of see a texture of it bubbling up a little bit, okay? It's almost going to have like a cookie texture. And then you're just going to want to kind of break it up and flip it over. So I have my big spatula here. And I'm going to see if I can, let's see here, move this so you guys can see what I'm doing. Maybe. All right, here we go. So pretty much just take it and flip it over. Could have used just a little bit more browning, but it'll be all right. Just break that up. And it's getting a little too warm for my hands right now, so I'm going to set it down and do this. Because, ouch. This is not, let's injure ourselves with Manda. This is making a mess in the kitchen with Manda. And as you can see, I'm pretty good at that. And this would be one of the times that you can take like a little piece and how the egg is cooked. Mm-hmm. That is really yummy. Mm-hmm. Very, very yummy. And so pretty much after that, you cook it until it's brown and get it to the crispiness level that you would like. Let it cool down and you can store it. I save all my jars. And so anytime, like this one has rice in it, but anytime I have something like this, I have a bunch of them from like sauces that I use. I will take and I will fill this up after it's cooled with granola. And then I have it just easy access when I'm walking by. That way I'm not forgetting to eat, forgetting to, nourish myself. So that's pretty much it. And then you can put it with, yogurt, fresh fruit, whatever. It lasts well. It's yummy and it's very good for you. And it's much cheaper than if you were to if you look at, the ingredient list and what you would pay for a bag versus doing it this way. This is what you would do. And this is much more cost effective. Let's see. Loved her to bits. I know Rowan is the just a light in my life. We have journeyed through so much together, and I just really, having her near me is the greatest. I couldn't have asked for a better animal. She's pretty freaking awesome. So including us too. Thank you, Erin. So delicious. Yeah, awesome cost saver and making it to your taste. Exactly. And also, the thing is right now we know that sometimes supplies can, be gone quickly. And when it comes to shelf stable food, that can be a thing. And, and we want to make sure that while we're going through this, that we have something that can nourish us in ways that, we're not getting from just basic staples. So, and I appreciate all of you. It's just going to be a few more minutes till this is done, really. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that they would like to say? This has got to go in the wash. I do clean up the mess in the kitchen, though. Nope, everybody's quiet. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Thinking of granola type questions. Yeah, that would be difficult. Thank you for your hard work. Tough person, but respecting Marsha. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. I can feel the love, and it's beautiful. And know that I don't take it for granted, that I've been in situations where I felt so alone and like I didn't matter and that things would never get better. And I am so glad that I hung in there, and I am so, so grateful to everyone. Thank you. How are things there? Have you been okay this week? Yeah, it was difficult. The situation with Athena was a little difficult. I had her pick up Sage, her dog, yesterday, because I can't handle two. You know, I'm in an upper floor. My neighbors too, you know. But no, I'm okay, and we're just trying to figure out how to wrap our heads around, you know, making sure that in the middle of this, that people are taken care of that need to be taken care of. And I'm very lucky because one of my friends, I was having a hard time getting sewing machine needles. And so she sent me a package so that I will be back on mask making. So my goal is to make and figure out how to get masks out to the unhoused. So I am going to work on that, get all outreach providers that need them. You know, I'm going to do everything that I can do, and I'm going to be okay with that. And that's where I have to be, is that there may be very little at this point that I personally can do. And so I just do the social media activism on displacement, the consulting that I do, the, you know, work that I do there, and then try to figure out ways to help, you know, reach out, you know, person to person. In other words, you know, like today, you know, my downstairs neighbors ran out of dog food, and luckily somebody had picked up a bag for Rowan, and it had just arrived, and I was able to send a little bag, you know, that I had left down there, you know, things like that, making sure that, you know, when we can, you know, looking out for one another. That's my whole goal. Get through this, have some fun. Like the other day, I decided that I was going to try capoeira, which is like this Brazilian dance fighting thing. And it's absolutely amazing. And about 5 minutes into that, my muscles were absolutely screaming, but I had a blast. And then a few days before that, I tried out the New York Ballet's workout, and that was fun. You know, it's kind of, I'm trying to find things to do that I'm like, oh, that'd be fun, and not think about all the things that I absolutely can't do. And that keeps me in much better spirits. And there's some pretty cool stuff out there to learn. Like so many schools and classes and stuff are offering stuff for free and all that. I mean, you could learn pretty much anything if, I could, if my mind was actually working. I'm having a little executive dysfunction. Those of you with, and even though those of you that may not have brain injuries, when stuff gets kind of stressful, the executive functioning can kind of take a hit, and that kind of leads me to wander around like I don't even know. Okay. Oh yeah, that's browning up good. Okay, that's pretty much it. As soon as it's done, you're going to notice that it's, there's going to be, you cook it. If you want it dark, you can have it dark. I don't cook mine real dark because I do like throwing it on top of fruit and shoving it in the oven and having like a crisp. And if it's too dark, it feels overcooked to me. So, let's see. Oh, thank you guys. Sending so much love. I can feel the love. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. YouTube is really good for tutorials. It is. And it's funny because I know I do vlogs, but I don't actually really watch YouTube very much unless there's stuff that I need doing. And that's like when I'll turn it on for like 10 minutes and be like, oh, okay. I think I got it. And then if I don't got it, I'll check back again. Okay, guys, I am going to head out. I'm going to put up if you follow me on Instagram, I will show the after pictures. On IG, and you can follow me on there and you will see the after pictures. I really don't have anything else to talk about, so I'm gonna get it going. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'm sending love to each and every one of you, and thank you. And thank you. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I do got it. I don't got it. Yeah, all right. Bye.